Health Focus is brought to you by National Medical Stores, NMS, passionate about your life.
Good eyesight is important for us to do our duties. For a fact, over 90% of the work we do relies on the sense of sight. However, a great number of people do not pay attention to their sight. Take an example of a road user, especially drivers and riders. Imagine a scenario where you're being chauffeured in a taxi by a driver with impaired sight. So, 23% of drivers, or almost 1/4, have trouble seeing effectively owing to eyesight issues. This statistic is even more startling when you consider that 80% of these visual problems are either preventable or treatable with simple corrective glasses or contact lenses.
For the common eye defects that people may be having out there, knowingly or unknowingly, that could be a hazard to traffic, like use of vehicles, or one of them is short-sightedness. This one is the inability to see things at a distance. The other is long-sightedness. This one here, the person is unable to visualize things that are close to them. However, they can see those that are at a distance away. So here, it is very likely that this person is going to knock people or is going to be knocked because ideally they can't see a vehicle that has approached them, or they can't see the person that is crossing right in front of them. The other problem can be astigmatism. Here the person has problems seeing both far and near, and of course when you can't see, ideally being on the road is actually a mess itself. It's a problem if you can't see very well.
But how does one get their sight impaired?
It can be congenital. A person can be born with a cataract, or it can develop as they grow older. It can develop as a result of trauma to the eye. Something has hit your eye and it is affecting the lens, the crystalline lens of the eye. A cataract can come if we have prolonged untreated infections, for example, uveitis.
Every day, at least 10 people die on Uganda's roads, according to the most recent WHO data published in 2020. Road traffic accidents killed 13,012 people in Uganda, accounting for 6.27% of all fatalities.
Ears function normally. We are able to help the hands function normally just because of the eyes. So if the eyes have any problem, ideally using the road it is just not okay for a person who has an issue. People who have got cataracts also, because when a person has a cataract, ideally their vision is blurred. They cannot visualize things perfectly well. They always get a cloudy vision. So,
whereas there is no study to prove sight as a direct cause of accidents, one of the requirements for you to get a driver's license in Uganda is to have good eyesight. Health experts advise that you can always have your eyes checked and that more attention should be given to children.
Having these regular eye checkups, depending on how you are at risk, the risk you are at, your doctor will always advise you how often you need to do these eye checkups. When you see a child, say they squeeze the eyes to see something, they try to pull back the head when they want to see something, or the child does this like they want to read from a particular angle. All these are indications to show that this child does not see well.
Walter Mwesije, NTV.
Health Focus is brought to you by National Medical Stores, NMS, passionate